That was so cool. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you could call me Jen. I am a musical theatre performer and a voice teacher. And today I will be returning back to Nightwish. This has been long requested and the time is finally here. I will be looking at Romanticide by Nightwish. I'm very excited to be jumping back into Floor Jansen and just Nightwish as a whole, so I'm sure there'll be lots to talk about. As always, this will be a reaction and an analysis video, so do be expecting pausing and me talking on certain sections that I want to talk about. You can find the link to the original video in the description below if you'd rather watch the full thing uninterrupted. And if you do enjoy what I do over here, then please do consider checking me out over on Patreon as well. There's lots of fun behind the scene clips and we get to do monthly chats every so often depending on what tier you're in. Thank you so much to those of you who are there already. Your support means so much to me. And for those of you who have not yet clicked the subscribe button and bell button over here, please do make sure that you do because that also means a lot. Right, let's just get straight to it. Oh, here we go. Choreography! I mean, the complete contrast. Yeah, on that F5. Like getting that control up there with Floor just to like maintain that connection and make sure that we're gonna hit that note every time. Pitch on point, that lovely head voice quality over here that we know and love from Floor. And it's so great because everyone's like, yeah! And we're expecting this like big sound. Obviously it's still a big sound, but like a bit more of a thicker sound, which I'm sure we'll get there. But it's just like, yeah! Nice. Nice. I mean, like the technique and control on Floor's voice is always gonna blow me away. It's just lovely. Da. There, starting lovely on the top part of her chest voice, maintaining a thicker sound here, and towards that second phrase we get a little bit of that distortion, a bit more of a like kind of what we expect with this kind of style, a little bit more like grittier and like yeah, just. But I love, like, everything just seems so easy to her, even though she's in a, like, I mean, every part of her range is comfortable to her, as it should be. You know, we don't want anything to be singing, and, like, when we're singing to be in pain. We don't want to feel any sort of pain. That wouldn't not be enjoyable. But da-da, it just feels like she's just talking, very excited up there. And I love, yeah, when she brings forward that kind of grittier sound, it's just still maintaining a lovely connection and, like, open space here. Oh, nice. I mean, repeated D5s up there, and there's such a lightness to her voice up there, but it's still maintaining such a chest-dominant sound. But what I love the most about this is that she is kind of, like, squatting down. It's kind of like, you know, we expect to kind of go this way when we sing, but then what's happening there is we essentially squishing our larynx, and it doesn't have the freedom. Whereas when we think down, we are going to get that support from underneath, and we've got that support from her body just to, you know, ensure that she has this. I mean, she's got it anyway, but she's feeling that with the motion, like she's squatting down, hand up. I'm just really nice and open. And again, keeping that mouth nice and open as well, just to get a thicker sound. Nice. Oh, so clean. Return back to that choreography. This is cool. So the first part of this was quite like da-da, like quite kid-like almost, like childlike. Where she's placing this is a little bit higher. Maybe the larynx wants to lift a little bit. She's including a little bit more of that twang. I think it's the larynx there that she's shortening, so lifting, so she's shortening the vocal tract, getting a little bit more of a brighter pinch in sound, which then contrasts the second half, where she kind of dips back into this grittier sound. Like it's quite... And then it gets way more open. She's just calling this out. Sorry, there's the title as well, but really lovely duo vocals on there as well. Great. Like da da. Right, she goes up to an F5 up here. I mean, what's so lovely is that to get this, she's not going, right, I want to be loud, so I'm going to go up my thickness, which is what a lot of people tend to do. Like, right, we hear these loud, big belts like we just did here, and we think, yeah, da-da-da. We're like reaching with our thicker folds. But how are we going to repeat that? Well, you're not, because it's just going to wear out your vocal folds, and it's going to be so tiring. You're just working too hard. Relax a little bit into that. Rely a lot on that twang. Rely on a lot of that like thinner fold mixed voice, and that's why it sounds like there's no heaviness at all. Like, it's beautiful how she's going da da da, like navigating through, like keeping her mouth like open, so we're getting still a thicker sound. And I like that fall off da, that actually floor came off, and then we continue with Marco just going ah, kind of getting a little bit like breathier, croakier down there. Oh, quick swing. Yes. Cool, so even though we're still remaining quite like, heavy there, I think the organ or the keyboards come in a little bit there with like some chords under floors, more classical sounding now. Right, D again. So this is the same quality that we just had. Da! She started the same phrase on a D5, but in a completely different quality, which is why, this is why she's able to hit these like high notes on such a beautiful mixed belt, a chest dominant mixed belt, because she's worked on her head voice up there as well. And, it sounds beautiful, like how she's just approaching this note so smooth. I like this on her eyes, it's nice. A lovely return back to chest. Oh! Come on, boy. I love the inflatable going as well. Yeah, I mean, carry on with the distorted sound. That was so cool. Cool, let's just listen to that again, actually. I love that we just get Floor's voice, and then like coming straight on with the compliment after, and we get back to this chorus. It's very like, kind of like anthemic march-like. Nice. right, and when we get a lovely A4 from Marco as well, da, like on this open sound as well, really lovely and thick, beautiful, and we got to see Floor here going, da, 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 sorry, up there, it's just such a lovely, kind of like a smile almost to her mouth as well, da, da, so we keep it bright, not spread, but keep it bright and keep that lifted, and both of them, lovely, thick connection there. Look how relaxed it is. They both slide down together. Oh, those are the notes I was holding. Here we go. I mean, this band is incredible. The drum is like insane. Oh, like an escape bark happen. Fire! I mean, there was fire already. I don't know why I'm surprised. Oh! Cool, so there's like a gritty kind of dark side with Marco's voice here. It's really lovely, which contrasts. I mean, Floor does it sometimes as well, but it's just a lot more brighter placement. Yeah. Like you. Yeah. That D5 had so much chest connection. That's different because we're probably going, before we had to go da 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 da, right, before da 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 da. Yeah, I think we went back down, but we had to go higher. We kept it quite light, still chest connected, still chest dominant, sorry, in the mix, but here it just felt a little bit different, a little bit more thicker, and I think that's because we're starting from a lower point and we're traveling that way. She's still landing really nicely on top, but it just felt so much more thicker. Gosh, it's very spoken-like, isn't it? Gosh, there's a proper like scream, that grit in there. That was so cool. That was like, okay, this is like, let's do a siren to warm up. Oh. Right, we went to D6, I think, up there. Whew, and it's so tiny. Like, if she's bringing that, if she's starting in her chest connection, right? I mean, both of them are, both so well. But let's look at Floor quickly. If she's starting with her chest connection, if she starts too heavy, she's going to want to bring that up. But she lightens that up, and she's kind of really forward placed, heaps of twang to navigate through that slide. So when she gets up here into really thin fold territory, like in the 6th octave, her vocal folds are really thin, really stretched out because we're high. She needs to rely on that twang to get up there to maintain, and the resistance to maintain that connection, not the heaviness, because you just can't. So yeah, it's actually a lot quieter than you think. To get up there, but obviously we can still hear it. And then Marco as well, just doing that beautifully. Oh, love that little journey. And notice the tongue. Really bright. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, push. Oh. Wow. Oh my gosh. I think that might be like one of my favorite parts ever. It sounds like, so when we think about twang, when I get people to work on twang in lessons, like the Wicked Witch of the West, like that kind of sound. That was very much what kind of Floor was leaning on to get her up there, like smoothly then come back down. Both of them, wonderful. Always a joy going back to Nightwish. Like, it's just so great, so much joy and just fun and lots to talk about. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my reaction and analysis to Nightwish Romanticide. If you did, please go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell button and the thumbs up button, and do go over and check me out on Patreon as well. And I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye!